The short story An Astrologer's Day by R.K. Narayan centers around a man pretending to be an astrologer who unexpectedly encounters a man he once tried to kill. Initially published in Hindi, this story, along with 29 others by Narayan, was first released in English in 1947. The story is narrated in the third person with an omniscient perspective, beginning with a description of a typical day in the life of the astrologer. Unlike astronomers, who are scientifically trained to study the physical properties of the universe, astrologers practice a pseudoscience that claims to predict the future based on speculative interpretations of the stars, moon, and planets. The astrologer sets up his professional equipment, including ancient Syrian scripts and mysterious cloth charts. His piercing gaze often misleads people into believing he has special insight and the rare ability to foresee the future. In reality, he is skilled at identifying gullible customers. To enhance his mystical appearance, he uses makeup and wears a turban, making it difficult for anyone to recognize him. The astrologer peddles his prophecies in a bustling market with poor-quality amenities. The dim, often gas-powered lights lend an air of mystery to his presence. The narrator notes that while the astrologer lacks the actual ability to predict the future, he is adept at reading people and telling them what they want to hear. He can quickly deduce whether someone is troubled by love or money issues, and often uses vague statements that resonate with people, such as, "Is there a woman who dislikes you?" Or, "You are not being justly rewarded for your work." Or, "People find you intimidating, though you are kind on the inside." The narrator refrains from judging the astrologer for making a living this way, treating it as a service. The astrologer's backstory is also revealed. He fled his small village to avoid the life of an overworked farmer, like his male ancestors. It is suggested that he is also escaping from a misdeed. To evade his past, he travels on foot to a city over 200 miles away. One evening, as he begins to pack up for the day because the neighboring nut vendor has turned off their green light, a crucial part of his act, a stranger confronts him, accusing him of being a fake astrologer. The astrologer responds by saying he charges only pennies per question. The man pulls out the equivalent of $1 and tells the astrologer he has some questions. If the astrologer answers correctly, he can keep the $1. The astrologer negotiates for a higher price, and the duel begins. As the astrologer starts his process, the stranger smokes and displays a rude and aggressive demeanor. Realizing it's been a long day and the challenge may not be worth the trouble, the astrologer tries to dismiss the man, asking him to return another time. However, the stranger grabs him and demands a simple yes or no answer. Should he continue with his current quest? The astrologer insists on reciting a few incantations and begins to ponder the man's situation. He then asks if the man has ever been left for dead, to which the stranger confirms he has. The astrologer further inquires if a knife was involved, and with growing astonishment, the stranger reveals a scar on his chest from a blade. The astrologer goes on to say that the man was left for dead after being pushed into a well, which the stranger again confirms is true. The stranger, now amazed, asks when he should seek revenge on the person who attacked him. The astrologer addresses him by name, Guru Nayak, and tells him that the man he seeks died 4 months ago. Nayak is stunned. There is no way the astrologer could have known his name. The astrologer replies simply that he knows many things. He then warns Nayak never to travel south of this village again, as doing so would lead to his death. However, if he returns home, a 48-hour train ride to the north, he can live to old age. Nayak agrees, stating that he only traveled south to find and kill the man who had wronged him. His only regret is not being able to make the man's death more gruesome. The astrologer reassures him, saying that the man was crushed under a bus, which was indeed a horrific way to die. Satisfied, Nayak leaves. The astrologer gathers his things and heads home, arriving late. His wife is initially upset, but her mood quickly changes when he hands her the large bag of coins he earned from Nayak. After a hearty dinner, the astrologer confesses to his wife that, as a teenager, he was the one who pushed Nayak down the well and left him to die. They had been gambling and drinking, and in a fit of rage, the astrologer stabbed Nayak with a knife and threw him down the well. Knowing now that Nayak survived, the astrologer feels he can finally sleep with a clear conscience. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.